that the Lord has made. I will rejoice. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Oh, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. Ooh. I will enter his courts with thanksgiving in my heart. Right. Enter gates. No, enter his gates with thanksgiving in my heart. Enter his courts with praise. I will say this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice, for he has made me glad. He has made me glad. He has made me glad. I will rejoice, for he has made me glad. He has made me glad. He has made me glad. I will rejoice, for he has made me glad. He is the King of kings. He is the Lord of lords. His name is Jesus, 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 Jesus. Oh, he is the King. Hey, gentlemen. Oh, hey. Hey, gentlemen. This is Heroes Journey with Dr. D. We are in the streets. Hey, I'm on my way. This is me in them streets. I'm on my transit. I'm about to go to the gym. Then I got to do a class a little bit this afternoon. Hello. Hey, Sonny. It's a sunny day after all. Thank you. I was getting up this morning and I was going to try to drive last night, but I decided not to. I got my things accomplished last night, and so I said, hey, Pastor. So I was thinking about something. I was listening to stuff earlier this morning. I was saying, well, you would think that a person's going through something, then a lot of times it's like, I would think that, well, this is me now. Well, we experience things in our life and we actually think that we're not supposed to experience things in our life. Why? Because we're good, right? And everything's supposed to be perfect. But as I continue on living this track, I realize that life keeps on lifing. So therefore, I need to ride with the life. I was talking to a friend earlier this morning, and I said, listen, man, certain things I just don't partake in because it's like Lay's potato chips. I can't just have one. He said, well, we different. I eat the whole bag because he wants to actually partake in things to the fullest. I think it's just a different lens, different perspective. I believe that I can partake things to the fullest, but I too know my vice. So certain things I know that if I partake into, it's a possibility based on predisposition and just predisposition and previous experiences that I know it's not easy for me to withdraw from something that may be increasing my dopamine level, so to speak. And so sometimes you have to stay away from things that seem good in the temporary, but in the long term, they may be bad. I realize that people have skeletons in their closet. Skeletons always come out. But if you can just work on not putting anything in your closet, then you never have to worry about things coming out. So it's all about self-discipline. It's easy said than done. And then you experience things in your life that you don't feel like you're supposed to experience because you're quote unquote doing the right thing. How do we know that we're not in the rightness? We're not supposed to experience things that are not savory. And people on the outside say, well, I just don't understand why you're experiencing it. But maybe God said, I can trust you. Maybe God said, I need to let you go through, you got to go through to get through. And maybe I'm going through to get through, it's not for me, but it's for somebody else. But it's how you look at the situation that you're experiencing that you actually can say you came out with your hands up and with a smile on your face and a testimony in your heart that you can share. Now, I don't have to do crack cocaine to know that crack kills. Crack actually have a very detrimental effect on your family and your life. I don't have to do a whole bunch of things that people say you never know until you try. No. I can live vicariously through somebody else's experience, whether it's positive or it's negative. And so if I know people that are close to me that have experienced something that's very detrimental due to them being led by their own physical devices because something they felt that they wanted, whether they're induced or programmed by media or for influencing through individuals, it's, hey, it's still my choice. I can choose to be accomplished. I can choose to choose. Nobody's making me choose. Nobody's making. I don't have a gun to my head saying you better do this. I don't say if there are certain things I had to do recently because I had to pay. I had to legitimately go to Bloom's taxonomy. I had to legitimately go to a form of critical thinking as a chess player. I had to look beyond my first move. So I had to look beyond my first move. Why? So I can create a better mindset today or while I was in that situation. So while I was in the situation, I have to say, okay, do I act now? Or do I react? Or do I respond? Hear me. Do I react or do I respond? Certain situations, you feel like reacting, but the better motion is to respond. See, reaction is like an immediate thing. This is my interpretation now. This is my definition. This is Dr. D's definition. Reaction causes for you respond. It's like a emotional trigger. Well, I tell you what. Why don't I just I can respond? I take it, I process it, I look at it, and then I proceed. It's just like being in front of a chessboard. 64 blocks, and you have to look at the board before you make a move in a chess match. Before you make that move, you're supposed to pause. You're supposed to observe your surrounding, your board, which is your life, and then you proceed. You pop. You peruse. You observe, and you proceed. You view it. Yeah, you have to do that because if you don't, you observe. If you don't observe your surroundings, then you'll be got, and you'll haphazardly jump into certain things that you didn't mean to jump into it because you was reacting off impulse. So many people are living through their limbic system, which is the part of your body that actually is all emotion, reaction. The limbic system. It's all about how I feel. Why can't we just think anymore? Think and feel. It's kind of a team thing. But the book that I read says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So it means that therefore your feelings should be cooperate with your thinking, your mind, your brain. Your brain processes your thoughts. Your thinking, your mind is pretty much the area around your brain, feeds into your brain, so you can process thoughts. And so your thoughts are processed, then It actually gives instructions to parts of your body to respond to. However, we don't. Why am I going in circles? I'm trying to get some water. I'm just going in circles. I don't need no gas. I just drank some coffee. And if I go to that bathroom, I get some peanut butter cookies. But I might get the peanut butter cookies there because you know what? They went up on the price. Can you believe it? Circle K, they went up. But it's individual vendors. It's individual vendors. Got me. But I don't need no cookies. I just like the peanut butter cookies. Ooh. But I digress. So what I'm saying is that we so busy going by how we feel, and a lot of times how we feel is based on the things that we're allowed to intrude willingly, willingly allow things to intrude into our eye gates and our ear gates, and these are the open doorways to our soul and to our actions. As a man thinketh, so see. So how do you think based on what you receive? And the summary of your uh, summary, the summary of a lot of thoughts, you create actions. So what happens then, you receive a whole bunch of stuff in you, and then you respond and react based on what you receive. Now, what happens to, I think a lot of people, what happens is that they don't they allow too many people access to feed, to not feed, but to plant or to dump into their thoughts, into their mind. And some people actually absorb what they hear from somebody else as if it's theirs. Why? Because some people don't like to think on their own. They think to somebody else's life. They look at what the person's driving. They look at the person's wearing. They look at the person they have on their arm. They say, I want that. See, the thing is, they want that, but they don't want to do the things to get it. They want that, but they don't want to do the things to get it. And they don't know what they're experiencing at home. A lot of people just superficial and shallow. There's no substance. There's no substance. People want what everybody else has, but then they don't want the process. And then when they get what they thought they wanted, this is my brother calling. So check me out. All right. So I hit y'all back. The Zero Journey. Dr. D, we